This might seem like a typical look for a person like me, especially because I'm brown, I'm short, and my ankle set. and we'll ask the point I'm trying to raise today. It might appear to be typical, but that's why I like this look, because it reflects who I am as a person, and it shows my identity to the whole world. Like, for example, today when I was walking from San Harlem over here, I was just like breaking necks the whole way over here. And well, as we all know, traditionally it's like a very traditional look from Mexican people, and it was brought up many years ago, and it was brought up here to the Midwest where we have American ranchers nowadays. And well, what I like about this look and why I like wearing my sombrero whenever I go out somewhere or whenever I'm just around my house, is because I feel tied to the culture and to my past generations that brought out this tradition. Oh, and I have a picture here around when I was a kid, and I'm wearing one. I'm probably still the same height as I was in the picture. But why I like wearing this one, I just like, I didn't want to bring my boots today, I feel tied to past generations that have brought this tradition to be just like any other culture, just like religion that's brought out like BC, years ago. And what it represents to me represents my ancestors, it represents my grandparents. Like I didn't get a chance to meet my grandparents, but many people tell me that I reflect my grandfather on the side of my dad. And I don't have a lot of moments with him, but the memories I have, I get reminded of them when I wear this. Like in the picture you see, I'm just with a sombrero and like little boots and a little jacket. And so what happened is that my mom would pass me the phone, and I would talk to my grandfather, and I would sing him like traditional Mexican songs and chocolitos, right? And so every time I wear this, I'm just reminded of that moment. And then every time that I wear this, I just want to appear to be more like him, because he turned out to be a very successful man in Mexico. And not only that, but I like the fact that it exposes my identity to the people, like just to everyone. And the fun part is like when I'm like, for example, like right here at college, where it's very diverse. It's not fun when I'm just like with my family. It's like common just for me to be there and just like dress like this. But it's just fun like being around where people don't really get to see this, right? So I'm just like walking around, and people like turning it around and looking at me, And well, why I especially like dressing like this, just like to preserve a culture, because what happens is that a lot of people develop their own culture and traditions like throughout the years, and then you get this sense of nationality, and so what happens is that I feel that if me as a person, I'm able to help preserve this culture, that I'm able to help preserve the tradition of the people, you get me, and I'm also a part of building this tradition and keeping it alive for the future generations to come, because I believe we're all mirror images of the past generation that we have, and we also mirror images of the future, for example, like our children and our grandchildren. And so just to keep this in mind, I'm just trying to say that we as people, we may not all have our traditions still intact with us. Like for example, me, I rarely dress like this sometimes, but whenever I have the chance to do it, I do it, because I like to be able to express who I am through this. Like sometimes it might be a little bit embarrassing for me to bring it, because I'm a shy person when it comes to like being who I am around people. But just to keep in mind is that to preserve the culture means that you're being a part of the people from the past and then the people from the future. And I just want to say that with this, I'm able to reflect from the past, like, where the moments I share with my grandparents, and the moments I share with my family this day, because I don't really have a lot of family with me. Everybody moved back to Mexico. So yeah, when I wear this, I'm able to reflect about the past. I'm able to help preserve the culture and the traditions that have been kept alive since like the past time. Thank you.